What's up, you guys? Built Moto here on the 22 MT-10 SP, and I had a lot of comments on that last video asking why I chose this bike over my MT-09. And you know, there was a multitude of things that went into it. When I got my MT-09, I was really hoping that, you know, 2021 was going to be the year Yamaha would do an update for the MT-10s, because I've always loved the R1, the CP4, the performance it has. The cross-plane sound is just intoxicating. And you know, I bought the MT-09. I love the MT-09. I kind of miss the MT-09, but it's not buyer's remorse in the essence that I would want to get rid of this to go back and get my MT-09 back. Because this thing is freaking amazing, guys. Holy shit, this bike is so much fun. It's so quick. The quick shifter on it is just night and days better than my MT-09's was. It's better than the previous R1s that I rode that I have some videos on. And this is just bone stock. I'm riding around in B mode right now, suspension mode level 3, SCS 3, traction control 2, and power mode 1. And guys, this thing is a monster. Cruise control, huge thing. And I know I could have got that on the MT-09 SP, but my thinking was, if I was going to get rid of my MT-09, I wasn't going to go and get another MT-09. I know the MT-09 SP's got the cruise control. It has the adjustable suspension, but this one, the active suspension that you can change just with this button right here, is amazing. It is so easy. You can go through and adjust all the different settings in the suspension. I'll show you that up here once I get to a red light. But it is so easy to use, so easy to understand, even if you don't already have a Yamaha bike to base your previous experience off of. Well, I guess I'm not showing you here because I'm not stopping. As you can hear the bike right now, that still does not have the rear silencer on it. It's just going through the catalytic converter, and it's still so quiet. It has more noise, I will say that much. It sounds better than it did with the big silencer hanging off the side of it, but it's still not near loud enough. I think if I were sitting next to you, you know, like I am with this truck right now, you're not going to hear me. You're not going to hear me at all. And the exhaust that I have on the way will fix that. It is going to be obnoxiously loud. But as it sits right now with the stock exhaust system, Euro 5 killed this bike. Just with how it sounds. So right here I can show you going through the instrument cluster, YRC settings, go all the way over. Boom, here's my suspension settings: brake support, corner support, acceleration support, front firmness and rear firmness. And you can go through and adjust all of these however you like, and you can adjust it to each mode that you like, which is just amazing. I'm riding around in suspension mode 3 right now just because I'm on the street. That's pretty much all this thing has been doing, is street riding. So there's no reason in me having a super firm suspension setup for street use. It's still firm enough I can take corners at speed, at a lot of speed, but it's not going to be so soft that it slides, or that it feels bouncy and uncontrollable. I mean, this thing is still very much under control, and you can still do stupid shit, pull wheelies up, slide it around, even in the soft suspension setting. I know that other countries like Europe and everybody has had the MT-10 SP for previous years. This is the first year the US has got it, so I can't really compare it to the previous Öhlins suspension that was offered. But I can confirm that compared to a stock MT-10 standard from previous years, this is a huge upgrade. I really wish these people would get out of my way. Come on. But no, it's a huge update, huge step up. And just how it rides. The seat is not the most comfortable seat. Granted, yes, it's a lot better than my MT-09 seat was, but it's still not near the most comfortable seat that I've ridden on a motorcycle. But this suspension makes it to where it's plush enough. I'm not bouncing off the seat. I'm not, you know, I'm not hurting after a longer ride. I've already taken it down to my hometown and back, which is about 4 to 5 hours, depending on speed. I wasn't hurting after that ride like I was on the MT-09, but you can see it's still got a little bit of suspension jounce when you're coming up to a light in suspension mode 3. But I can go right here and throw it to A2, A1, and I can do this as I'm rolling down the road if I just pull the clutch in. The paint scheme on this bike is a lot like the R1M paint scheme, but I like the way that they did these thin stripes, the full, you know, silver tank, the silver swing arm. A huge thing that everybody talked about were these air vents when this bike first released. About, you know, Yamaha saying you're going to be able to hear induction noise through these. It gives you a whole another rider feel, and I can confirm you do hear. I'm not sure if you can hear it there, but you can hear all the air coming in right here. It sounds like a supercharger whine, and it is freaking awesome. Not having an exhaust, but being able to hear that, you know, you can't gauge your speed off of that sound like you can gauge your speed off of an exhaust note, but being able to hear that. Huh? No. I'm good. But the things I have planned for this bike in the future are, you know, a lot like what I did with the MT-09. I don't know if I'm going to wrap this one super crazy like I did the MT-09. You can see I've already done, you know, a GoPro mount. I've done a TST tail tidy. I reworked the blinkers. I'll have to show you all that in another video. I've got a windscreen on the way, comfort seat on the way. Just kind of going through and doing a good daily rider / track capable bike, because I am going to be tracking this bike. I think this year, if not this year, then early next year, I will be having this bike on track. But within the first month of having it, I'm at 1,140 miles. I actually just made my first payment on it the other day, and I mean, I love everything about this bike. The performance, the sound, the seating position, the comfort, the quick shifter, the full TFT. You know, this is a lot larger than the MT-09's TFT was, and you know, the amount of information that you can get off of it is amazing. You can also throw it into track mode, where if you wanted to throw a track telemetry underneath the seat or on the seat cowl, you can do that directly from Yamaha, and then use the instrument cluster to keep track of your track times, your lap times, that kind of stuff. It'll show you your fuel consumption, all of that good stuff that I'm assuming would be ideal for track use. Overall though, that's my, you know, initial impressions. Got it out of break-in, and I wasn't going to film any of that just because I was soft on the bike. But now that it's out of break-in, there's going to be a lot more of these moto vlog style videos coming, a lot more races. A lot more just riding the bike hard on the street and on track to get some good footage out of it, because, you know, based off that last video, y'all like this bike. Y'all want to see more content on this bike, and I am here for it. This sound though is just amazing. I love the way this bike sounds, and I can't wait to hear what it sounds like once it's got an exhaust on it. Well, I'm about to pull up to the gym. That's about all I got for this video. I will see y'all in the next one.